Number one, this thing is our gateway to perhaps the most democratizing technical advance probably since Gutenberg, all right? So there are reasons to be hopeful because we now have a single, integrated, ubiquitous, common, accessible information grid around the world. Now, that may not last. There are forces of darkness against that. But right now, that has got to be kind of chalked up to a real plus. You don't get the Arab awakening without Facebook and Twitter and, frankly, Al Jazeera, right? I mean, it just doesn't happen with that. So it's a destabilizing thing, but it also underpins human power and the explosion and the use of human potential in a way we haven't seen changed in centuries. Now, that's happening in a society, and I'm just going to focus on the Arab world because you just said globally, but let's just use the Muslim world. That's happening in a society that has traditionally has a far more transcendental view of the Creator than we in Christianity have had since probably the 30 Years' War in the 1600s. And so for many parts of Islam, to put human will between the will of God and human beings is in itself sacrilegious. Okay? So I don't think they're going to follow the precise American model that was drawn up because of a far different intellectual tradition. But what one can hope for, I think, and reasonably hope for in that part of the world, which I am just kind of suggesting is going to be problematic for democracy as we know it. What we can reasonably hope for are more transparent, more responsive, more responsible, more inclusive governments, which is really what I hit Maliki about this morning on Fox. I mean, he's an exclusive leader, right? He's not particularly efficient, but he's frozen out the Kurds and the Sunnis from the government.